What's up, everybody? Chewy89 coming at you today, and we're gonna do a little bit different video. We haven't had much or any reveals lately going on. I think we'll get some this week. I'm hoping for another character card change. I'm hoping it's like Star Lord or something like that. Um, yeah, this week I'm doing a different video. I've been playing the League Season 2 right now. I'm 1-1. I just recently lost to Suzume Kazo. Shout outs to him, by the way, really good player. We had a really good match. He played Dark Dimension on me. I went unaffiliated against him, and I ended up losing like 16-11. But the reason why I'm making this video is because uh, after I lost this match, I kept thinking about like where I lost, how, and what could I have done differently and better, right? It's always good to do that. And I will have this whole match on my YouTube channel at some point. But I just wanted to show where my mistakes were and what I could have done differently to change this game around, right? So before all that though, guys, if you guys can't do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, dislike the video down below, comment, give me your thoughts, tell me if I'm crazy or tell me if I'm right on, or if I could have done anything differently in this match that I missed, tell me. Granted, like I said, I will have the whole match posted sometime today, but I wanted to get this video out there because I needed to get this brain dump out of my head. So there's a lot of talk about turn 0, right? A lot of people have a hard time understanding what turn 0 is. All it is just before the game starts, what's your plan? What are you going to do? What extract, what secure you're going to choose, etc. That's all it is. What point value you can play at, that's it. So let's start at the beginning. We had a lot of, first off, we did have a lot of issues with the game. Let me see if I have a good shot here of his list, okay? So let's take a look at it right now. I think I might not have looked at the secures and extracts here, but you can see the characters, right? So my biggest, because I'm playing Spider Foes, my biggest fear this season is going to be Midnight Suns. Oh man, see, I had a perfect shot of everything. Now I don't. Let's go 30. There we go. Boom. Okay, so this is actually a perfect shot. Forget about the tactics cards in a minute. Maybe I can get that. I don't know. But so my two biggest fears right now, Midnight Suns, Dark Dimension, right? A lot of psychic. Oh, and Convocation too. Psychic attacks. I'm not Mystics. I'm not a fan of that. I want to play Spider Foes. Granted, I do dish out a lot of physical damage, but it's gonna depend on priority and all that stuff. And I mean, Carnage is one Mystic defense. Granted, Venom has the above average, has average 3, but I'm not a fan of it, right? If I'm wrong there, let me know down below. But so I look at the roster, right? So I'm saying, okay, I'm like Amazing Spider-Man, I'm like Blade, Doctor Strange, Voodoo. Then I see Dormammu, right? So I'm like, okay, so you got Dormammu in this list, so he can go Dark Dimension. My mind, for some reason, didn't go Dark Dimension, right? I didn't process this. I kept thinking he was going to go Midnight Suns on me. Okay? And we're going to get to his roster selection here in a minute. This is where turn 0 is important. Okay? He did win the priority role. Okay? What's important here is, if you pay attention, Panic, I didn't realize he had Panic. Okay? I thought this was viruses, and this is my fault. I didn't read this. I thought this was viruses. I'm so used to playing viruses, and it's so weird to me that Panic is limited. I understand why. I'm not going against it. I know why. It's just, it's not something I'm used to, right? Or I'm just not used to it, right? So I didn't realize this. I thought this was viruses, right? So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, man. I mean, he's playing Midnight Suns, whatever. Maybe he'll throw in a Dark Dimension. I saw that he had Dark Restoration and all that stuff, but my thought the entire time, and this is the problem with tunnel vision sometimes, when you stick to one mindset, you just gotta chill out sometimes and just let things, just don't have a one-track mind when it comes to somebody's roster. Think about all the possibilities, not just one. I was dead set that he was playing Midnight Suns. And if I would have realized he had Panic, probably he's probably playing Dark Dimension, right? The other thing is too, I just thought about this. He won the priority role and chose extracts. I guarantee. I think if I win, and I choose secures. He probably plays Midnight Suns at that point because he has demons downtown, and if he can pull demons downtown, he's playing Midnight Suns or he's playing Dark Dimension. I don't know. I think he's leaning towards Midnight Suns at that point if we had to play secures. So this is a really thought. This is a really good list, man. This is really really good. So this had me thrown for a loop. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. So he ends up winning priority, and he ends up taking extracts, of course, right? So if I can get to the point where, so as you can see, guys, we kept disconnecting, reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting. Like it was insane. Like this game was just, we couldn't get it going for like 20 minutes, for like at least 20 minutes. So all right, now he won the priority role. Now I have the decision to make. Okay, this is my roster that I'm running this season. This will change. I ran my updated. I ran the changes that I'm gonna make to the Spider Foes list. At a tournament yesterday, I did really well with it. That is also going to get tweaked a little bit too, but that's what I'm gonna be running after week 3. Still Spider Foes, but a little bit of spice to it. So, okay, he won priority. He chose extracts, right? I'm like, okay, cool. Again, this is the mindset. I'm not even thinking he has panic. Okay, I'm not even thinking he has panic. I'm thinking he has viruses. Okay, so I get Infinity Formula. I go sword based, right? So my thought process here, and again, I got tunnel vision again here, because the obvious choice should have been to choose sword, right? I chose Infinity Formula. I do have a 17-point list that I like with Infinity Formula and playing Spider and going unaffiliated. I don't remember what it was, to be honest with you, at this point, because I'm like, whatever. I chose Infinity Formula. Actually, you're gonna see it here in a little bit. I was like, okay, this is fine. I can sit on the B secures and take my time. And again, I think my thinking was that the Midnight Suns, they like to move around. They like to they like to bump with the night, stuff like that. They don't like to sit around. So I was like, okay, that's fine. If I can get them to sit around a little bit and I can pop shot, I can probably take advantage of the game and win from there, right? All I gotta do is get the viruses and like get the point lead or whatever. Because I was gonna run Angela and some other stuff to get like 2 viruses, take the lead, etc. Right? Or no, take one of the viruses that he can't reach, and try to get the other one or whatever the case. I forgot I literally forgot what my game plan was because I was like this. Okay, I ended up choosing Infinity Formula, and I should have chose Sword. This was a mistake, for sure. This was a mistake. Okay, I should have chose Sword and forced him into the 50-50s. Okay, he wasn't gonna choose 14. He would have chosen whatever he would have chosen 19 for panic. So I had 19 points to play with, okay? So I should have just chosen sword and forced him into the 50-50s. I didn't. I chose Infinity Formula. So that was a mistake right there. Okay. So let's just get into it. It took me a while to build this roster, by the way. I was like, okay, I got 19 points. I'm not going affiliated. I'm going unaffiliated. I end up going. Let's see what I do here. I know I want to go Spider Foes really badly here. I just at 19 I probably would have put in Mysterio. Just because I do have the Grand Illusions. Mysterio can just sit on a secure point, right? He can just sit on a secure point, keep gaining power, and just sit there and just do what Mysterio does basically. And like get the power to do Grand Illusion and make things worse. Now, granted, seeing how this game went, maybe Grand Illusion wasn't a great idea. Well, I wouldn't have used it on Dormammu, right? That's stupid. I would have used it on other characters, right? It would have been good for them, but I end up not going that route. If I remember correctly, I end up going like Medusa, Angela, Enchantress, Domino, and Okoye. Okay, Enchantress for the bowing, all that stuff. And then this is the shocker of the day. He goes Dark Dimension, right? So he goes Dormammu. He goes Dormammu, Amazing Spider-Man, Iron Fist, Lizard. Right? And I'm like, holy. And then this is where it hit me. He chose Panic, right? Like I said before, my mindset at that point was he chose viruses. I was thinking the entire time he chose viruses. It was Panic because I'm not used to seeing Panic anymore, right? Nobody ever plays Panic unless it's with Dark Dimension, and I rarely play against Dark Dimension, and I rarely play against Panic, and every time I see a 19 on an extract, I think it's viruses. And that's my fault. Again, tunnel vision. Don't let it happen to you. I like the roster I chose here. I like the tactics cards I chose here. Didn't get a chance. I got advanced R&D was for turn 1. If I can get Medusa just to move her once, move her once, advance R&D, power out, and then teleport her, and then get her in range to do some attacks and get going. So, I like the roster cards there. Let's go over the others are self-explanatory. I had to go Blind Obsession because I didn't have another card to use. That's my fault. I should have chose something else. Field dressing to bring somebody back. All you've got for all you've got plays. Bitter rivals. Self-explanatory from here. I had a mistake with this earlier too. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna get much into the game here. I'm just talking about. This video is just basically talking about the decisions you make, and turn 0 where it could cost you a game, or just have a plan, right? Like I should have been planning for a Dark Dimension thing, and I didn't have one. So he has a really cool turn here. He starts off with the Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man can just go across. And now with the Dark Dimension, and he did run Advanced R&D as well. So he has Advanced R&D, Bitter Rivals, Heroes for Hire, Dark Restoration, Disarm. Okay, really good cards here. Basically all he does here is he moves up, right? He gets across the board here. You're gonna see it in a second. He gets to there with one move. Web swings, gets to my citizen. This is a strong turn 1 play. Advanced R&D some power onto Spider-Man. Right now he doesn't have it, and then he's only moved once. His second action is to move to get back here. Now I'm in trouble, right? And I'm like, oh shit, right? Oh, and the other mistake I made too. Let's go over this. The other mistake I made too, and Suzume pointed this out to me, was that I placed Angela first. I should have waited to place Angela. And his whole thought processes, his decision making came into play after I placed Angela down. So if I held her back and put her somewhere, he would have made a completely different decision. I think I put Angela to the side over here to the right. I think he put Spider-Man over here to the left because he wasn't afraid of Angela at that point. So I think that's what he said. I don't remember. Suzume, if you see this, if I'm wrong there, let me know. So he does that, and just like that, honestly, I can confidently say there's this play here and one more play you're gonna see in this round. I'm confident in saying that cost me the game. Granted, I could have come back and done other stuff. I kept the game close. I lost 16-11. I had a shot at it, but I needed a lot of things to go my way, and I was constantly chasing him to get, because he's up 1 already on a citizen, right? So I'm already behind right now. So he's going to get 3 citizens, 2 canisters. He's going to score 5. The most I could score is 3 points. So 5-3 at that point, which that's how the game ended up being. Well, the first turn went, right? So I was down 2 points. And he's gonna, and with Dark Dimension, how they gain power, he's gonna be able to get the 6 power really fast and extract and just basically wear you down. So he does that. My next play to respond, because he stole mine, I have to go and steal his citizen. Okay. Now there's one thing I would love to take back here. So I move up twice. You're gonna see where I placed Angela. I placed her way too far. I was contemplating I think what I was contemplating here was picking up the Citizen for one, advanced R&Ding a power onto Angela to throw that size 4 at Dormammu. I should have just done that. I didn't. And this is a really bad placement right here. What I should have done was placed her outside the here, outside of 1 to be a little safe. I don't know if Dormammu has the range to attack at that point. I have to do the measurements. He probably still does. It doesn't matter. I should have played her safer back here. And I didn't. And that's my fault. And again, these are learning. These are things you learn from. This is how you nitpick a video and figure out where the mistakes you make. So I go out and do that, and you're going to see why, you know, I should have made Dormammu work to get the 2 attacks that he got. Okay? So we're going to find out here in a minute. So he can just launch 2 attacks at me right now. Okay? And you're going to see this magnificent die roll I have against Dormammu. So now pay attention here. Hit, crit, 2 wilds. That's 4. I roll 2 crits, but I roll 3 failures. All those are successes for Dormammu. And he got the 1 sap. Now, Dormammu doesn't gain any power equal to damage dealt, thank God. But he got the sap and was able to take 1 power. And I took 5 damage there. Right? And I rolled 3 failures. I mean, I couldn't believe the amount of failures I rolled this game. So I'm pretty sure you can see how this is going. I took that much damage. He does another attack into, and again, another attack into Angela. 3 more failures. He got 8 successes to my 1. I die. He goes, teleports in front of Angela because he had to, because he wasn't within 1 of the point, and he's basically trying to stay out of range 3 of Enchantress, so I can't bow him. He does a really good job of that because I end up moving up twice, and I don't get the bow. The next play to make here, and again, this is where you got to practice things too. Like practice your movement, your ranges, all that stuff. You know, you got to practice that, right? But I mean, this is insane. So, let's keep going here. I mean, this is pretty much where I think I lost. I mean, I end up making like a little bit of a comeback, and again, I'll have the match video posted later today, and you can just watch it and see how it goes. So my next play here is I'm gonna try to move up and advanced R&D onto Enchantress, and basically try to get within 1. I mean, teleport Medusa within 1 with an advanced R&D, and get to it and get an attack on Dormammu and try my best to slow him down. You're gonna find out here in a second. So I placed Enchantress out to here. So I'm thinking, okay, if I move out to here, I should be within 2 and be able to teleport. If not, I can at least get the Citizen and like hold my points. That was my thinking here. So I placed Medusa out to here. I'm hoping that I am within 2. I'm not. So I thought I was here. I legit thought I was. So I end up moving, right? Well, actually, first I leave Medusa for the end. Basically, I leave Medusa for the end. I go up. I come up here. I don't have any range 4 attacks or anything like that. His placement's really, really good. So then I do the Medusa play, and I'm literally out by a hair, as you can see there. I'm out by a hair when I do that move. So at this point, I'm like, I am behind. Dormammu's gonna run, but Angela is just toast. Enchantress is out of the scrum, so I can't really do anything. I probably should have had Enchantress over here to that side to do some other stuff. I didn't, but I was in a panic to get Dormammu. I probably should have just put Enchantress on that side and did what I needed to do. Again, this is where you learn, though. This is a game. This is a game. If you watch this video and you take anything away, this is how you figure things out and like figure out where you did mistakes and where you can do things better. Yeah, I mean, that's it there. So all I do is I pick up the Citizen. That's it. And that's the end of turn 1. My opinion, I think at this point I was too behind. I could have done something more to turn this game around, and I try my best. I really, really do. I try my best to get back into the game and do what I can. It was me constantly chasing him for the points, and I needed die rolls to go my way, and it just didn't happen. I did my best and I tried. I kept the game as close as I did. Like I said, I lost 16-11. But yeah, this is really strong stuff. I mean, what Suzume threw at me here, really cool. I did not expect Dark Dimension. He threw out Dark Dimension. It was really cool. And again, now you see where turn 0 can affect your game. If I want to play sword base, I really think this is a different game. I can flip 2 sword consoles with Angela and force him to do a couple 50-50s. That's where I should have gone with this game. I should have done that. I didn't. That was a mistake on my end. That's something that will be corrected in my next game going forward. If this situation comes up again, I will change that. And also pay attention to what cards they have. We look at their roster. Don't get tunnel vision. Don't just put your mindset to one track mind that they're gonna just play a certain affiliation. Open up all the possibilities. Look at it. See the combinations, and then look at the band and look at the limited cards. That gives you a tell of where they're headed with their roster. You know what I'm saying? So like, look at the characters. Look at the card. Look at the secures and extracts. Look at their tactics cards. See what's limited. See what's Pay attention to that, and it will give you the answers you need. And I would have performed, but I think I would have performed a little better. I don't know if I would have won, but I think I would have had a better. I would have kept the game a little closer. I think, in my opinion, and I would have had a shot at winning it if I played that way and just do what I needed to do. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Definitely let me know I know I'm all over the place with my thoughts here, but let me know your thoughts down below. Tell me what you think I could have done better in the game. Granted, the entire game will be posted on the channel at some point. You can watch it there, and then from there, if you want to watch that video and come back to this one and tell me what you think, go ahead. If not, all good. But definitely, guys, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel down below. Dislike the video. We'll have more MCP content. I'm hoping this week we get a little more stuff. I'm hoping we get some more reveals. I know there's some interview that's gonna happen with Will Schick and Dallas Camp at some point. I need to get an interview with those guys. Actually, I need to make that happen. Anyways, guys, that's it. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and keep playing MCP, guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.